Welcome to today's applicant solicitation Zoom meeting on the Clean Off-Road Equipment Voucher Incentive Project, or CORE. My name is Todd Sterling. I'm the lead staff overseeing CORE. With me today, I'm joined by several other CARB staff. We have Rochelle Bishop, she's my manager. Eric Brown will be at the Zoom controls. He's also helps out with the CORE program, and Eloy Flores. We also have Inder Atwal, a new addition to our group. Welcome, Inder, and he'll be helping us with CORE also. But before we get started, a little information on the meeting logistics. I don't have any slides, just some speaking points and answering questions that people have sent in. I will stop often for questions and comments if you have those. We'll be using Zoom's raised hand feature to facilitate comments and questions. If there is any Zoom disruptions for any reason, including malicious intent, we'll immediately end today's meeting and we'll send out another notice to reschedule. And lastly, we're unable to allow any anonymous meeting participants for security reasons. Please make sure your name is clear on the Zoom platform. If you have called in with a phone, we'll call on you and raise your hand based on the last 4 digits of your phone number. And as always, we appreciate your patience if we run into any technical glitches. The purpose of this meeting is to be available to answer questions for potential applicants regarding eligibility and application for the solicitation completion. This meeting is not about implementation of the heavy-duty CORE project. It is not about the CORE contingency list. We're not here to discuss CORE or A or B funding policy, or we are not here today to talk about CORE professional landscaping. This is a CORE solicitation application Zoom meeting for the CORE project administrator. Also, this meeting will be recorded and a list of participants will be posted online in the coming weeks. We'll also post an applicant Zoom conference question and answer document tomorrow, June 7th. With that, are there any questions before we kick off the question and answer portion of the meeting?
I'm not seeing any questions right now.
Okay, let's move forward then. As like I said, I have a list of questions. I'll just go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll read the question and then our answer. And then after each question and answer, we'll open it up again, Eric, for questions if folks have additional questions. All good? Question number 1, from page 19 of the solicitation. What is a technical grantee? And is this task applicable to the CORE solicitation? Answer, the technical grantee and the grantee are the same. A little additional word in there, but that is the same. Any questions on that question and answer?
Don't see any questions on that question.
We'll move forward. Question number 2, what does CARB mean by selected technical projects? Is this applicable to the CORE solicitation? Answer, selected technical projects is the CORE project and projects associated with CORE. So again, I'll repeat the answer. Selected technical project is the CORE project and projects associated with CORE.
I got one question from Jacob. I believe it might have been to the prior question, but let me am going to Jacob. I've allowed you to speak. Please state your name and affiliation.
Good morning, everyone. Jacob Whitson from CalStart. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, perfect.
Okay, perfect. So real quick, Todd, thanks for your explanation there. Going back to the section D on page 19 of the solicitation, it says the grantee will not receive technical project funding and will not be responsible for issuing payments to the technical grantee. So it does refer to a grantee and then a technical grantee. But I think what I just heard was they're the same. So could you elaborate on that a little bit?
Yeah, so technical grantee would be the grantee of the solicitation, and it would be the same group. That would be the technical grantee that lead up the technical portion of this solicitation also of this project.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, any other questions? Anybody want to raise a hand before we get on to the next question and answer that Todd's going to say? You can go ahead and move forward, Todd. I don't see any more questions.
Okay. With question number 3, attachment 5B6. Is this associated with the technical grantee question from earlier, or can you provide more clarity on what is a critical project review? The answer: there are many points as we move forward with core where we can make improvements. These improvements may be a streamlined process, make adjustments to errors or questions, or other project adjustments. Any questions or on that one, Eric? Any raised hands?
I don't see any raised hands.
Okay. Question number 4 from printed page number 3 of the solicitation. The solicitation cap admin is 7%, but the sample grant agreement caps admin at 5%. What is the admin cap? Answer: the sample grant agreement is a sample of what the grant agreement could look like, not the exact grant agreement. The solicitation lists the admin cap at 7%.
I don't see any questions on that.
Okay. Question number 5 from printed page number 30 of the solicitation. Is CARD requiring that the program administrator provide a total of over $1 million in match or potential administration and outreach funding to be used for eligible equipment? Is CARD requiring that a program administrator provide a total of over $1 million in match or potential and outreach funding to be used for eligible equipment? Answer: this is not a requirement, but additional points are scored if this would be included into the solicitation. So there's not a requirement, but you would get additional points if you meet those requirements.
I'm not seeing any questions about that.
Okay. That is the end of my question and answer period. We can open up to any other questions or that you might have on solicitation at this time.
If anybody has any questions, please use your raise hand feature. If not, okay, I'm seeing one hand raised. Alyssa, I'm going to go ahead and unmute your microphone. Please, please state your name and affiliation.
Alyssa with the South Coast Air Quality Management District. What is the points breakdown, I guess, in terms of reviewing applications?
Points breakdown is in the solicitation. It starts on page. Go to page 27 of the evaluation scoring, see the total points and the scoring criteria, A through F, actually A through G, totaling 100 points.
I see.
Do you have access to the solicitation we have posted online, Alyssa?
I'm trying to find it right now. I just have the website with the grant solicitation, so I'll take a look, see if I can find it. Is it under resources or grant solicitation?
If you go to the core webpage, it's under on the left-hand side of the core webpage. It says something along the lines of solicitation documentation, something like that. And click on that, and it'll have all the current solicitation information there.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Welcome.
I'm not seeing any other raised hands at this time.
Okay, well, this meeting has been for the applicant Zoom meeting to answer any questions you might have on the solicitation for the core project. Like I said, I'll be posting these questions and answers tomorrow on our webpage. And the application deadline is June 9th at 5 p.m. Pacific. If there are no other questions, we'll end this meeting now and give you some time back in your day.
I don't see any more questions.
Okay. Thank you everybody for your time today. Really appreciate it. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye now.